Well, Trump said it yesterday, and good for him, because I totally agree. You know, we were here yesterday. I know it's a federal holiday on Juneteenth, but we were here yesterday. And Trump posted this last night. Too many non-working holidays in America. It's costing our country billions of dollars to keep all of these businesses closed. The workers don't want it either. Soon we'll end up having a holiday for every once working day of the year. It must change if we are going to, all caps, make America great again. He's right. We've got 11 federal holidays. All right, and we'll just go down the list here real quick. Got New Year's Day. Got Martin Luther King Jr. birthday, third Monday in January. Got Washington's birthday, also known as President's Day, in February. Memorial Day, Juneteenth, Independence Day, Labor Day, Columbus Day, Veterans Day, Thanksgiving Day, and Christmas Day.
And the asterisk for Inauguration Day every fourth year. So
yes.
Technically 12, but 11 annual.
Yes. Thank you for noting that.
We'll
Very good
clarify
point.
that before the listeners do.
You're right. Great point. I'm glad you did that,
I want
John.
to be the smartest guy in the room first.
Yes. Thank you. You're right. You're always thinking ahead, John. That's why you're the best producer in the business. So if you had to get rid of two, and I threw this up on social media last night, if you had to get rid of two, which ones would you get rid of? Now, I said two because, let's be honest, if I said one, everybody would pick Juneteenth. Because it's like the newest one. Half the people don't even realize yesterday's a day off. I know some of you are like, wait, I didn't get my mail. It's like, yes, Juneteenth's now a federal holiday. So it's not a knock on Juneteenth. It's just, it's the newest one. So most people would pick it because they're not even in a routine of it being a federal holiday. Wouldn't be like some racist thing. It would just be the new one. So to me, there are four that are non-negotiable. Memorial Day, July 4th, Thanksgiving, and Christmas. Those are the four that you can't touch.
I like that.
All right? Can't touch them. So then you've got a bunch of other ones that you could at least toy with. Martin Luther King Jr. Day. I mean, listen, respect Martin Luther King Jr., but no one, let's just be honest, no one does anything for MLK Jr. on MLK Day. I mean, outside of his family, nobody does anything. It's a day to go buy a new mattress. That's what it is, okay? Because there's sales at Sleepy's. President's Day also definitely could be on the chopping block. No one does anything for President's Day. But here's the thing about President's Day. The caveat for President's Day is that it's become part of a long weekend where the schools oftentimes have working days on the front end and people go on their winter vacations around President's Day. So I'm not saying it shouldn't be on the chopping block, but there is a societal element of President's Day that has become part of what we do in the wintertime in this country.
I think that's Trump's point, though.
Yeah, yes, right. True, fair.
There's also the chance of it becoming a holiday with the Super Bowl.
Yes.
If they extend the season one more week.
Yes, then a lot of people would be off the Monday after the Super Bowl. You're right about that, Mark. And I think that's part of the NFL's long-term plan. So Goodell is currently lobbying the White House to not get rid of President's Day. The other ones that could be on the chopping block, Juneteenth, let's be honest. If George Floyd doesn't get killed, Juneteenth's not a federal holiday. That's a fact, all right? If that situation doesn't unfold in 2020, Juneteenth today is not a federal holiday. Not saying it shouldn't be, but that is what caused Juneteenth to become a federal holiday. Then you've got Labor Day. Now, Labor Day is worthless to me.
Mm-hmm.
However, once again, it's become ingrained in American society. It is that unofficial end of summer, final 3-day weekend, final getaway before getting back to the real world in September. A lot of East Coast schools in particular go back to school after Labor Day. That's kind of the unofficial end of summer for the kids.
Used to work that way here, too.
Yeah. But now, once again, what is the point of Labor Day? It's
right.
Worthless to me.
America's never not working.
Yeah.
Right? We got these 6-day schedules and all kinds of stuff. But I think Roger Goodell at the NFL wants that for opening day. So.
That is true. And it's a big college football night as well. So you've got that part of it where it's kind of built into American culture at this point. As worthless as it is, it's built into American culture. Columbus Day. Now, listen, my old man will kill me for saying it as a proud Italian American. And I love Columbus Day as an Italian American. But what is Columbus Day? Do we need Columbus Day?
I always thought of it as an American thing as a young child. It's become more, or I recognize it now, the Italians adapt that. But you might as well join us Germans and the Mexicans and the Irish and just get a drinking holiday for Oktoberfest, St. Patrick's Day, and Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah, it'd have to be around the wine game,
Yeah,
though.
just pick up one of those so we could replace that.
Mm-hmm. Veterans Day, obviously, is a day that we all love and honor, and we do a lot of Veterans Day things here on KCMO Talk Radio. But is that something that you've got to basically shut down the country for? I don't know. Once again, a lot of people don't celebrate Veterans Day, and frankly, I also believe that Memorial Day kind of checks off that box. Differently, obviously, because it's about those who have sacrificed it all and died. But, how many of those do you need? Can you combine some of these holidays, right?
4th of July, we should celebrate the military, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Well, yeah.
So you could incorporate them in several holidays.
Absolutely. And then Thanksgiving Day and Christmas Day are non-negotiables. So which two are you dropping? Claire's in Waldo. Go ahead, Claire. You're on KCMO.
Good morning, Pete. Shout out to your daughter, Claire. She must be a wonderful person.
Now, are you Claire with an I or no I?
No I.
Oh, okay. All right. Ours is with an I. But I still love you, Claire. Go ahead.
Okay. I was born and raised in Texas. I came to Kansas City after I went to Mizzou. I have my Texas flag hanging out front, and I would 100% eliminate Juneteenth. Juneteenth was always a Texas holiday. We celebrated it growing up every year, and I resent the fact that they made it a national holiday. Give it back to Texas.
Okay. Now give me a second one real quick, though. I got to get two.
I would take out either Veterans Day or Columbus Day, and my husband is an Italian American. And you're right, Columbus Day is also, he discovered America, and they've even tried to make Columbus Day Native American Day or something of that nature.
Yeah.
So Veterans Day is also a duplicate because of Memorial Day.
Yeah.
So that's a crapshoot, whether you want to pick one of those two.
Claire, have a great weekend. Thanks so much for checking in. I appreciate you. All right.
You too.
I want to get to you, 913-408-7957. And the funniest answer I got on social media, next. 834, Trump saying what needs to be said yesterday. We got too many non-working holidays in America, costing our country billions. Which two are you whacking? My gut reaction was MLK, because here's the thing about MLK Day. It's nothing against MLK, but you come back, a lot of people are off Christmas, New Year's. They've got a lot of time off around that time of year, or it's just slow in the office. You get working for 2 weeks, you're just getting in a routine, and then you get a day off.
Well, and that's his birthday, so I understand why it's there, but maybe it could be another day to honor him.
Yeah, and I'm fine with that.
That's a possibility.
But I feel like you just get going in the new year.
No, that was like that. It is a weird feeling.
And then it's like, 3-day weekend. It just slows down the start of the new year on the routine, I feel like. But if I get rid of MLK and Juneteenth, there's probably some Rodney Dangerfield joke there. So you can't do that for obvious reasons. So then it's like, well, President's Day, what are you looking at? Columbus Day, Veterans Day. A lot of you, I was surprised on social media, wanted to get rid of New Year's Day. Now, maybe I'm biased here as a college football fan. I don't want to lose New Year's Day. But some of you are like, hey, you got Christmas. Why are we celebrating turning over the calendar? Now, there's a lot of economic reasons. They won't get rid of New Year's Day as a day off because people spend a lot of money to go out and drink. And if they have to go to work the next day, that hurts the economy. So New Year's Day is probably not going anywhere because of how it's ingrained into our society. 913-408-7957. How you join us on KCMO Talk Radio 95.7 FM. Brian and Raymore, first up. Go ahead, Brian.
Good morning, Mr. Mundo. Hey, I just want to say I think it's President's Day. Honestly, I don't know if 90% of the population even understands what President's Day is, but
can we call it King's Day just to screw with some people?
Exactly, I agree. Hey,
Yeah.
That's a good.
You good with that?
And I disagree with Claire a little bit on Veterans Day and Memorial Day. They're two completely separate holidays. When she said basically they're the same thing, they're completely not. As a combat vet, I have to disagree with that. But what about Columbus Day? I know you're Italian.
No. Listen, I'm trying to leave my Italian out of it. I'm trying to do my best on that and say
that's impossible. I know Italians, and they're either mildly Italian or severely Italian, and you just don't argue with them. You don't want to take that away. Okay.
Yeah. But I'm not fully, so I'm trying to be reasonable here with this whole deal. But so you would get rid of what would you dump then, Brian?
I would dump Columbus Day for sure.
And what?
Columbus Day and President's Day.
Oh, really? Okay. Columbus Day and President's Day. Okay, and keep Juneteenth.
Keep Juneteenth.
Okay.
You know, I mean, it is what it is.
All right, yeah, that's all right. That's a fine reaction and response.
I think we could adjust them over a period of time. I think some of them have less impact. I would be in favor of MLK Day and Juneteenth as they are newer, and retiring some of the older ones that maybe lost their meaning or gotten co-opted by other things.
Yeah.
So I'm in favor of them kind of shaping and evolving over the period of time.
That's true as well. 913-408-7957. Holidays you would drop after Trump says yesterday we've got too many non-working holidays in America. Jeff and Shawnee, go ahead, Jeff.
Hey, great show. Hey, I just want to tell you, Columbus Day is not a federal holiday, but I would get rid of Columbus Day.
Well, yes, it is. No, it is a federal holiday.
Oh, I just looked it up. They said it. I just looked it up online and said. But if you said it,
I'm
looking at the same thing.
I'm looking at USA.gov. It does say it's a federal holiday. But anyway, go ahead. Continue.
Okay, I tell you what. Let's get rid of both of those. That way, we'll split it down the middle.
Which ones? Which ones are you getting rid of?
Juneteenth and Teenth or whatever, and Columbus Day, because, like I said, the Juneteenth one that was a
I got you.
DEI deal. But hey, can I make a confession to you guys real quick? A real good confession.
Yes. Boy, I guess I'll say yes. I don't know where this is going, but sure, go ahead.
It's easy. I've been listening to the show probably since you came up. I'll be 61 on Saturday. I'm a big, grumpy construction guy, retired. Since I've listened to you, man, I've been profiled, and I tell you what, I just cut off my man bun that I had probably for 30 years the other day, and I'm probably going to sell my Subaru this year, man. You guys have just profiled me, and it's for a good cause, but I'm turning my life around because of things that have been said.
Well, we're very proud of you. Very proud of you, Jeff. All right.
Yeah, I hear. Hey, but my Subaru is pretty cool. It's black. It's tinted out. It's lifted. It's off-road. But I feel a little weak driving it, and I'm a hardcore Republican, and it's time to get away from boys things. So I appreciate your day.
Hey, you know what? Anything we can do to help you turn around your life, Jeff, that's what we're here for, buddy.
It's probably the big protest I went by last week that I called on. I just saw a lot of people with man buns and Subarus, and I'm like, God, I just don't want to be associated with this.
And then you looked in the mirror and you said, it's time for the man bun to go.
Oh, I went down and got a crew cut. I've never had a crew cut since I was 5 years old, man. So.
All right, Jeff. Hey, it's never too late, man. Good work.
Hey, great show, guys. Take care.
I appreciate you. That's pretty good, John.
It's interesting the way we celebrate some of these, too. I mean, I'm in favor of losing the Washington birthday, President's Day thing, because we used to include Lincoln in school. But my point being, every day is a freaking holiday if you get one of these Chase calendars. I mean, it's probably National Parallel Park Day. These aren't federal holidays, but to my point, every day is 5 days of something.
Oh, yeah.
So some of these federal holidays can still be celebrated, but just included in, and I will put Washington's birthday in there. It didn't have to be a federal holiday. You can still celebrate it, but include Abe Lincoln in there like we used to do when I was in school.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
Are we going to do every president then from there on out? No.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of silly, so get rid of that one.
This is on the text line here. Pete, first responders who get time and a half will revolt if we start removing federal holidays. I'm sorry. Listen, we've got first responders backs here on KCMO. We're doing a Back the Blue tour next weekend next Friday in North KC. But frankly, I don't care. I'm sorry. That's absurd. The fact that, we have these federal holidays and then the taxpayer has to spend more money on time and a half for workers on what are now 11 federal holidays every year and 12 during inauguration years. That's ridiculous. I mean, cities, states, and the federal government doesn't have the money to be doing time and a half as we just keep adding federal holidays. And I say that as somebody who's got the back of first responders in Kansas City and around the country, but nope. That sympathy's not coming from this microphone, at least. Jason in Olathe, go ahead, my man. What do you got for me?
Yeah, I got two easy holidays to kill for you.
Well, it kills a little strong. Kills a little strong. How about remove? Go ahead.
Remove, yeah. So, MLK, you can wrap into Juneteenth, right? Black History Month.
Yeah.
So,
okay. Yeah. Sure.
Right? Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then Columbus Day. Hey, America, yay. So, 4th of July. There you go. Boom. Boom, bang, boom.
Okay. There you go. Wrap them into each other. That's not a bad call. Not a bad call there, Jason. MLK wrapped into Juneteenth, although Black History Month's February, right? So it doesn't work perfectly. Could you shift Black History Month to June? Although that's Pride Month. Wait, you can't do that. See, now you got all these factions going at each other.
Too much moving.
That's what I was saying. It's National Parallel Park Day somewhere.
Oh, jeez.
National Seashell Day today.
Oh, now I'm going to get myself in trouble. So let's. All right, Alfonso in Blue Springs. Let it rip.
They can pick any two holidays they want as long as Congress gets rid of their August recess. They got to lead by example.
Yeah, well, I see a lot of people saying that on the text line too, and on social media, like, hey, these guys in Congress got to go to work first before they start taking away our holidays. I get the sentiment. I do. I'm with you there, Alfonso. That's a good one, man. Yeah. That's a good one.
And I just became a government employee, so I would miss Juneteenth. I only got it once.
Oh, well done, my man. Well done. This came to me on X from my buddy Jeff Angelo. He is a host up in Des Moines, does talk radio up there. He said, I disagree with President Trump. I want to add federal holidays. I want the Monday after the Super Bowl and the day that the first Kiss album came out. There you go. How about that? From my buddy Jeff Angelo up in Des Moines. Nice job, Jeff. This was a hot take from Ben on X. Christmas and Thanksgiving, they should be moved to a Sunday every year. What? Dude, what planet are you living on? No way, no how. You're not screwing with Jesus' birthday? All right, last one. Paul in Kansas City. Go ahead.
All right, Pete, I'm going to take out President's Day and Labor Day. The reason Labor Day is when we start as a cycle, you go into October, you got President's Day, Indigenous Day, whatever. Then you got Veterans Day in November. You got Thanksgiving in November. Then you go to the Christmas Exodus and New Year's. So take out Labor Day.
And President's Day.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. I'm open to those two as well. Labor Day is just totally worthless.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think I agree with those two choices.
I've never understood it. And as it's aligned less and less with when schools end up reopening, just blow it out. Especially here.
It was a union day.
Yeah, I know. That's the other thing I can't stand about it, too. It's like, good gosh, we got to praise unions around here? I'm not doing that.